this line. And lastly, humility. Ruth was a Moabite who grew up worshipping the false god Shemosh. She first married Naomi's son, Mahlon. You see, Naomi, her husband Elimelech, and two sons, Mahlon and Chilion, had gone and settled in Moab when Israel was going through a famine. This was during the time of Judges. So when Naomi lost her husband and two sons, she decided to return to Israel because Israel had come out of the famine. And she sent her daughters-in-law away. She told them that they could return to the house of their fathers. Orpah left, went back to her father, but Ruth stayed on. Ruth was so loyal to her mother-in-law. She loved her mother-in-law so much. Her name means friendship. So she never gave up on her mother-in-law. In fact, she was so humble enough that she accepted the Lord God of Israel as her own God. She promised Ruth that she will be where she is, that her God will be, that Naomi's God will be her God, that her people, Naomi's people, will be her people. This shows her loyalty and humility to be there with her mother-in-law through thick and thin. She was so committed to Naomi. So as soon as she reached Israel, she takes it upon herself to support Naomi and provide for her. So she goes in search of a job. She wins Naomi's heart that Naomi starts seeing her as her own daughter and takes upon herself to find a husband for Ruth. And Naomi sees none other than Boaz to be Ruth's husband. Boaz was a kinsman to Elimelech. So at that time in Israel's law, if there's no man in the family, the near kinsman can redeem them, take care of the family, pay off all their debts, everything. So here, Boaz gets the responsibility. There were other kinsmen, but they were not willing to take Ruth, because that meant, like the Levite marriage law, the name of Mahlon would be continued. But here, Boaz decides to take Ruth because Ruth's humility is shown there. Naomi asked Ruth to lay at the feet, during a certain time, during the certain time, there is a time when Boaz goes to the threshold floor and protects the fruits of his harvest, all the harvest. Like he has a lot of people working under him. So Naomi advises Ruth to go to the threshing floor and lay at the feet of Boaz. Here, Ruth is so humble that she just listens to her mother-in-law. In today's standards, being humble and laying at the feet of your husband is something like a little against the people who are feminist. But at that time, humility is shown there. She doesn't argue or debate with her mother-in-law, but did exactly that. It shows humility on her part. Because of Ruth's dedication and love to Naomi and her humble nature, Boaz's heart is won over and he marries Ruth. And they give birth to Obed, who is King David's grandfather. And from King David, our Jesus comes. So from the beginning of time, God has used women in every step of his marvelous plan of salvation. Women, don't put yourself down. Have love for yourself, because you are precious, you are beautiful, and you are wonderful in the eyes of the Lord. He loves you so much. And men, don't look down on your women, because the reason you are here where you are today is because of a woman who used to pray for you, who used to love you, and who used to cry over you. Her name is Mother. And your woman is the one shaping and doing the same for your children. I hope today's verse has sunk into your heart. May God bless you all. And I request Shellen to lead us in prayer.